The book is called Surviving Deep Waters. The author is Bruce Johnson, longtime D.C. anchor. Thank you, sir, for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Good to see you.
Yeah, should be fun.
So talk about this book. This book's a lifetime of your work and your life. Talk about the process of putting it together, or why you decided to put it together.
Well, Byron, first off, this is a book that I wanted Max Robinson, legendary broadcaster, Jim Vance, another legendary broadcaster, Ed Bradley, and it goes on and on and on. I wanted one of them to write because this is a book that I needed when I came into the business, and it wasn't there. So I was by myself, first 4 years in the business in Cincinnati at the CBS station. I was the only black in the newsroom. I mean, no photographers, no writers, no desk assistants, no other reporters, nothing, just me. And it's a very lonely place. And you're constantly asking yourself, is it me or is it them? And the truth of the matter is, it's some of both. So, fast forward, Surviving Deep Waters. It came from Chickasaw Park in the west end of Louisville, segregated west end where I grew up. And the Ohio River ran alongside, Chickasaw Park. And we would go down to the river and we'd swing out on the branches of the water and just drop like rocks into the water. And we couldn't really swim. We could dog paddle. And you had to dog paddle quickly because if not, the current would take you downriver to God knows where. And so that's where the title originates, Surviving Deep Waters. You can imagine, the meaning it took on over the years. I mean, young adult, college, young professional, trying to be a professional. A lot of deep waters.
So it's not just a book about journalism. You didn't want to write just a book of journalism. This is your life story.
It's a lot about my life story because a lot of people, I wanted to reach more in journalism because, if you were in law, if you were in medicine, education, politics, whatever, you went through the same struggles. Just different environment, different profession. Trust me, they're the same struggles. Race, youth, poverty. I mean, I was the first in my family to go to college. I mean, the book is dedicated to my mother and grandmother, and she's really my great-grandmother because my grandmother was nowhere to be found. And they were so poor, they lived in an alley, and they wouldn't unpack from house to house because they were waiting to be evicted. I mean, that's my base, that's my foundation. Those are the women from which I come from. And but they were tough, never complained. They shielded us as best they could from a lot of those things. Couldn't shield us forever, of course, because we had to get out into the real world. But
so you got about 30 seconds here. I know you mentioned this is a book that you wish others had written. So this is for up-and-coming young journalists?
Absolutely right, yeah.
What do you hope they take from this book?
I hope they learn that if they're going to be successful, they got to persevere, they got to work hard. They have to be of use. The rule number one I say to young journalists, don't waste the viewer's time. When you show up on a story, when you're writing a story, what do you want to say? Leave me something that I can't find on my cell phone.
Okay, so once again, the book is called Surviving Deep Waters. The author, Bruce Johnson. We'll have more with Mr. Johnson tomorrow. Thank you.